He said it was a joke, but it wasn't. Have you ever been ridiculed as a parent? Not corrected, not guided. I'm talking about being mocked, and mocked in front of family, in front of friends, while your child sat right there listening. He said it was a joke, but it wasn't. Not when it cut straight into her worth as a mother. This is Annie's story, and I'm telling it for her. It was a family meal. Plates being passed around the table, conversation was warm, and their daughter Bella was sitting right between her mom and dad. Bella was still young and kind of in that picky eater stage, so she pushed her vegetables to the side. Annie leaned forward and said very quietly to her daughter, "Sweetheart, just try a few bites. That's all." Before Bella could even react, Santino cut in, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Oh, don't worry, Bella," he said. "Mommy has never been good at getting people to do anything that she asks." The people around it started to laugh. It wasn't the kind of laughter that is healing, but is the kind that humiliates. Annie froze. Her hand was still resting lightly on her daughter's plate. It felt heavy. She forced a smile as though she too found the joke funny. But inside, her stomach was twisted into knots. It wasn't just the jab at her authority, it was that her daughter heard it. Bella saw it, and the others, the family who were supposed to be a safe place, they laughed at her expense. Her husband said it was a joke, but it wasn't. Not when it chipped away at her authority as a parent. Not when it left her questioning if maybe he was right. Maybe she did have it all wrong. But this is how narcissistic cruelty works. They just don't undermine you in public. They stage it. They use sarcasm, mockery, and the cover of humor to strip you down in front of witnesses. And the wounds, they cut two ways. First, of course, you're humiliated in that moment. Then you're left carrying the doubt that, are you handling the situation all wrong? Maybe you really can't do anything right. Nobody listens to you. For survivors, that's the trap. The narcissist knows exactly where to aim the blade, right at your identity, right at your deepest sense of who you are. And when children are in the room, the pain just multiplies because it's not just about you anymore. It's about the little eyes watching, the little ears that are listening, and the fear that they too will end up believing the lie. This one's for you, for every survivor who was mocked for how they raised their child, for the mother who soothed the crying baby only to be told she was coddling too much, for the parent who tried to set boundaries only to be laughed at for being too soft, for the one who gave her best but still heard, "Mommy can't get anyone to listen." It wasn't funny, and it certainly wasn't harmless. But beyond all that, know this: it was never the truth. Your children need your love. You give your love. They need guidance, and that's what you show them. They need stability, and that's what you're trying to build, even when someone tries to tear you down. I'm Keil Hackley, attorney, author of the book Undercurrent, and your host here. You know, Undercurrent is obviously the story about Annie, one woman's escape from narcissistic abuse. But Annie represents so many others that have been humiliated, not for what they did wrong, but for what they were doing right. If you ever carried the sting of those so-called jokes, know this: your worth as a parent was never, ever theirs to define. If this resonates with you, know this: you are not alone. Your intelligence, your voice, your truth, they were never something to laugh at. Why? Because they're powerful. You're powerful. Please remember, as always, that you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse, and I want you to be tenacious and never, ever give up on what's important to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying until the end. I know you're here, and I really, really appreciate it. So until next time, please promise me that you will take good care of yourself, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next episode. For now, bye. You're not alone.